was just an ordinary person, living an ordinary life. Until I tripped over my phone charger, spilled instant noodles on my keyboard, and somehow got summoned to another world. No heroic lightning, no chanting, just slip, scream, and suddenly I'm standing in a magic circle wearing duck pajamas. A hooded wizard stared at me and said, "You are the chosen hero." I looked down at my duck pajamas. "Are you sure?" Before I could argue, I was handed a sword too heavy to lift, a quest scroll I couldn't read, and a fairy who laughed every time I fell, which was often. My first quest was to defeat the Demon King. My first enemy was a slime. We both panicked. I defeated it by slipping and landing on it. The fairy applauded. I cried a little. Later, I met a knight afraid of horses, a sneezing mage, and a dragon who demanded compliments before fighting. I wasn't strong or smart, but I survived through dumb luck, bad decisions, and a lot of running away. Maybe this world didn't need a legendary hero. Maybe it just needed someone stubborn enough to keep going, even if that someone arrived in duck pajamas. Just when I thought things couldn't get stranger, the road shook with marching footsteps. From the dust emerged a lady knight, wearing shining armor and a cape heavy with metals. "I am the Knight of the Four Kingdoms," she declared proudly. I waved awkwardly. She stared at my pajamas. The fairy whispered, "Please don't embarrass us." The lady knight mistook me for a secret master strategist, hiding my power behind ridiculous clothes. She knelt before me. I panicked. I tripped. She gasped. "Such humble movement," she said. I tried to explain, but she was already calling me a legendary figure spoken of in prophecy. From that moment on, the Four Kingdoms Lady Knight followed me everywhere, announcing my presence with dramatic speeches. Bandits fled. Guards saluted. I just wanted pants. Somehow, without trying, I had gained a powerful ally and a reputation I absolutely did not deserve. At first, the Lady Knight acted noble and serious, but one night I caught her practicing dramatic poses in a mirror and tripping over her own cape. She laughed nervously. "A knight must maintain image," she whispered. Then she asked if my duck pajamas were part of my combat strategy. I said yes. She nodded seriously. That night, a glowing screen appeared before my eyes. "System alert. Reach level 10 to unlock secret power." I screamed. The fairy read it calmly. "Oh, that's rare," she said. "It says every monster you defeat will give you 99 stats, each." The Lady Knight dropped her sword. Suddenly, everything made sense. The slipping, the accidental victories. I wasn't unlucky, was underleveled. The Lady Knight smiled with sparkly eyes. "So if you reach level 10, she said, "you become unstoppable." I looked at the nearby forest full of monsters, and smiled back nervously. Our next adventure began exactly as planned, which is to say, we got lost immediately. The map was upside down. The fairy insisted left was right, and the Lady Knight marched confidently in the wrong direction. By sunset, we stood before ancient ruins none of us remembered choosing. The door creaked open on its own. That felt concerning. Inside the ruins waited a massive stone guardian, glowing with ancient power. A boss. I raised my sword. It slipped from my hand, bounced off 3 pillars, hit the ceiling, and landed perfectly in the guardian's core. The boss froze, cracked, and exploded. Silence followed. The Lady Knight slowly clapped. Light poured from the shattered core. Legendary equipment appeared, armor that fit perfectly, boots that felt lighter than air, and a weapon humming with power. I hadn't even swung properly. The fairy squinted. "This ruins the balance of the world," she said. I put on the gear anyway. Then the screen appeared again. System message. "Boss defeated. Unique option unlocked. You may convert this boss into a familiar or companion to join your adventure." The broken guardian began to glow softly. The Lady Knight leaned in. "Please tell me it listens better than you do." The glowing guardian shrank and shrank until it became a small, round creature with stone ears and tiny glowing eyes. It waddled toward me and bonked my leg. "Master," it squeaked proudly. The fairy screamed. The Lady Knight whispered, "It's adorable." I realized I now owned a former ruined boss that followed me everywhere. Bonding was difficult. The familiar tried to protect me by sitting on enemies. It slept on my face. It cried when I tripped and cheered when I didn't. One night it offered me a shiny rock like a gift. I accepted it seriously. From then on, it never left my side. Months passed. We trained. We fought. I reached level 10 and, beyond monster, defeat flooded my body with power. 99 stats at a time. The Lady Knight grew stronger. The familiar grew rounder. Rumors spread across kingdoms. The Demon Lord had noticed us. At the edge of the world, we finally met the Demon Lord. Dark armor, endless magic, a terrifying presence. He stared at my legendary gear, my overpowered stats, my cute familiar chewing on his throne, and frowned. "This is the hero?" he asked. I slipped forward, sword ready. The battlefield froze as the Demon Lord raised his hand. The sky cracked. The system flickered warning, unknown power. My familiar growled. The knight tightened her grip. My stats surged, then dropped. The Demon Lord smiled. "Now," he said, "it gets interesting."